All right, guys, in this episode, what we're gonna do is get the quarters on this car and all of our panel alignment and everything necessary for quarter panel action. Yeah. In our last episode, we installed the rear cross rail, trunk pan, and our wider inner wheelhouses, so we've got a little bit room for some extra meat back there. Now you can see Dave over here repairing some little pinholes and stuff in the bottom of this door. I had to go ahead and do that with my other door. Here you can see all the fiber all dressed out on the inside of the wheel wells, and then we've got the black zero rust spray to all this inner structure here, where it's going to be captured up and closed off forever with these new quarter panels going on. So just making all these repairs, kind of tedious, nothing too exciting, but these little things allow us to get these panels put on the car so we can fit the doors against the quarters against the fenders, make sure everything aligns really good. I'm about to get to work here on the passenger side, getting all these welds dressed out, get everything nice and cleaned up, do a little bit of fiber roll like over on the driver's side, and then I can get all that into zero rust. And look here, this is that rear tail panel that we were able to secure for the back of the car, because mine is in terrible shape. Look how nice the whole bottom part is here versus this one. This is what was originally on my car, and you can see all that Swiss cheese down there. That was going to take us so much time to fix. It was doable, but was it worth it? No. So we were able to get a nice one. When it comes down to it, guys, time really is money. So we could have spent all that time fixing it, but instead spend a little bit more money right here to get this bad boy and not have to do all that repair, and that's worth it. So now just gonna go ahead and time lapse, getting all these little welds dressed down and finished up, and then I can get the zero rust sprayed to this whole area, this inner structure that's gonna get blocked off by the quarter panel. It's gonna look really good. Even making some repairs on these little pieces on the inside of these wheel openings, because you're not gonna see them, but I'm gonna know it's there, and I don't want all that Swiss cheese showing. So you can see right there, much better, and it's gonna be stronger holding onto that quarter. Here's Dave with a little bit of fiber roll going onto the bottom of that door after making all those welds and repairs, and at the same time I'm over here just getting my stuff scuffed down. Now the welds are kind of ready to go, and I can get the fiber roll on my side going, and I can sand mine down with the dual action and then get it sprayed. And this is it now, all prepped out, so this way we don't have any shiny surfaces. Everything has got a nice bite to it, so we can go ahead and let that fiber roll mechanically adhere, get our paint on there, and this is what it looks like here from Dave sanding down at the bottom of this door. Really nice. Now I'm going to mix up my fiber roll. Always making sure to knead the cream hardener, because they can even start to separate after a day or so. Same thing with my substrate, the fiber roll too, just making sure everything's nice and even. Spreading it out there on the mixing board. And trying to get a nice even knead and not introduce much of air into it. Now I'm just sanding down all that fiber roll with an 80 grit, getting it ready to go get sprayed. And here's the final product that came out very nice. Now this can get sealed off with the quarter panels. That zero rust looks really good. And now it is ready to go moving forward. Also over here testing doors against fender alignment, and this way everything can play off each other. So once we can get these quarter panels final welded, we'll know they belong where they need to belong. The body lines all match up and it looks good. Definitely better, yeah. Here you can see all the Swiss cheese in the bottom of my door that I was working on the passenger side. You'll notice the door skin is off because it was really bad, so we've got a new one to replace it with. But these are all the little pinholes and Swiss cheese spots that I'm going to be repairing over the next few hours. That's condensed down to a nice time lapse here in this video for you, and get this nice and cleaned up so it's sealed off again and no longer there. These are spots that most people aren't going to notice and wouldn't even know it's there, but I do. And I don't want to leave all this little rust and Swiss cheese holes left on the bottom of my door, so we're going to get this all cleaned up. This way it's solid and stronger also for that new door skin. These repairs on the driver's side fender came out really good. A couple spots that had a few holes, a couple dents that were cut out and re-welded in, looked really good. And this bottom piece right here, Dave had already made one right there to weld in. But the car is starting to look a little bit like a car in this spot, and it's kind of cool. And this right here is another exciting piece that just showed up recently. This is Mark's 1969 Plymouth GTX that he's owned, I think, since he was 15 years old. And this car is really spotless. It's just got a few little things here and there. But Dave and I are going to be working on this thing together, which is going to be really fun. Quarters, trunk pan, I think maybe an inner wheelhouse, little rust spots here and there. But this is an immaculate car compared to my Super B, so it's really cool to see that show up. Right here, Dave is modifying the bottom flange of the backside of this trunk pan because we used the 69 Charger one, which is a little bit different. We didn't notice until after. So it's got a couple little different notches that he's going to transplant from those two-piece floor pans into that single piece that we have. And here's this little after of the repair that he made in the bottom of that fender. Looks really good. Out with the old, in with the new. These areas here I actually had to weld up and then re-drill out for all the spots where the weather stripping is going to go. So I had to make sure that they all were the right alignments, this way that the weather stripping would fit. I was even using Mark's car as a guide to kind of see over here the gap in spacing that the factory made for those. Now I've prepped out the inside of my inner door skin because we're going to be spraying some lizard skin in there. It's going to act as a sound deadening and also kind of dress it up looking a little bit more like factory. My inner part of my door structure is now repaired, ready to go. So this thing is about ready to get mated up. Now Dave is working on busting off some of the old Bondo that was on the new tail panel we got. And look how thick this stuff was. Terrible. Dave also finished welding up that flange that we got off our two-piece here to the back side of our trunk pan. Looking way better. Now getting our lizard skin sprayed on. Like peanut butter.
Oh yeah, it doesn't taste like peanut butter though.
You've tried it. Admit it.
I have. Yeah.
Okay. I might have wanted to try it too. And And there's our final result. That lizard skin looks killer on there, and it's gonna do exactly what we want. And I promise I didn't eat it this time. Now the tail panel is completely disassembled. Everything else is taken off of it, and it's ready to go over to Bryce's to get blasted. And I'm just appreciating how much work we've already gotten done on this car right here. Curing up. That looks nice. Ready to mate these things up tomorrow. The original and the respray. Another solid night here. And Dave stole these off the back of the car, which we'll use to section in onto the new quarters in here. Our tower of AMD power. The gutter rails here. Some end caps that we can all splice in, and then this original one is going to go into the parts pile. Went through and punched out holes along the whole perimeter of the door skin with the punch tool. This way it can go ahead and be plug welded to the door structure. And while I'm working the door, Dave over here is getting those gutters fit up with that rear panel. You can also see that we had to splice in a few different pieces of trunk gutters from my original trunk gutters, these ones from the donor car, and the ones from this back panel. So it's a little bit of a Frankenstein, but man, that tail panel is really nice. Once again, look at the Swiss cheese that was on the original one from my car. This thing just had to go, and I'm so glad we were able to get this one. It saved us so much time to not have to go through and make all these repairs. This thing is mint. It needed just a couple little tiny spots welded up real quick, which you saw Dave do just a moment ago here in the video, but we're already ready getting this trunk refit together. And here I am getting the door skin little hole punches shook out, and I'm ready to fit the rear structure back onto it and get it ready for welding. The skin fit really nicely onto the rear structure, and now I've got to just carefully go around the whole edge and just hammer in with the door skin hammer, the edge flange here, down onto it. And it's a little bit time consuming, a little bit slow in certain spots, just trying not to take too much at once and also not flex and bend and put dents into the front side of the actual door skin where it's going to be a visible body panel. So we have to do a lot of body work there. So a little bit tedious, but getting this done here and ready for plug welding. Now that door skin is final welded, that came out really good, and Dave is sectioning in a piece of this flange here from a different set of quarters from that tail panel to our section that we have remaining to my originals, because AMD didn't make a 1970 quarter panel. We'll be replacing these onto the 69s that are going onto the car. But look at those gutters in there, that tail panel. The trunk looks really strong again. It's got that bone structure, ready to accept those new quarter panels. This is really exciting, guys. You've been waiting to get rid of these boxes for a while.
Yeah.
Just got the quarter panel fit up. That thing looks good. Turning this thing into a 69.5 for a moment. And we'll get those scallops off of there. We had to do just a little bit of here and there, cutting a couple spots just to make these quarters fit in because we had welted in that roof skin. There's little pieces of tabs of metal that are just kind of hanging out, but it's nothing significant. Made a couple little cuts, and now you can see that it just fits right on there. Such a quality product, and it really looks great on the car.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Sorry, I took the cuts like that.
That's all right. It's exciting. 2 months of hard work right here. It's cool. I just gotta get on the other one. Looky there, fellas. She got hips again. That is so cool.
We totally shut the air hose in the bottom of that.
Oh, beautiful. It's got a little extra juice in the tank now. Nice. That is so damn neat. And that tail panel is so nice. Woo! So exciting. Beautiful. She's got quarters again. And if you guys have been following along this series so far, you'd be familiar that these are 69 quarter panels. These scallops here will come out. We'll replace it with the single little speed scallop there for the 70. And then from about here back, it swoops up with 69. And Dave's got our pieces that we retained here from my original quarters. This one is a little bit more torched than the other one, but we will still get it cleaned up and put back on there. And then this back little bit, we'll have the correct side marker light for it and body line to finish off the back. So that is so cool. Oh, the sunset right here. Look at this. Getting artsy on you guys. Test fit in the fender and passenger door, and then we can get all of our panel gap and alignment started here.
We also took a minute to get the hinges on here, get the fenders roughly bolted in, and just see how everything's gonna be fitting. Because once again, we want to see hood alignment versus fenders, fenders to doors, doors to quarters before we finally mark in exactly where we want to weld those quarters and put them in permanently.
All right, well, this is a really kick-ass episode. I'm glad that you guys were able to tune in and see this. I'm sure that you're probably enjoying this just as much as we are looking at that right there, because that's the thing of beauty. The car has actually got quarters on it. Still got to final weld everything. Also, what's really cool too is Mark's car underneath, and that's the next thing we'll be getting to after mine. So a lot of excitement here coming along. Appreciate you guys tuning in.